Welcome to DROdio Real Estate and our little video presentation on how to buy foreclosure properties. My name is DROdio. Here's my mugshot. And first, let me tell you a little bit about us, about DROdio Real Estate. We've been in business since 2003 and featured in a number of publications for our progressive use of technology. So you can see CNN, CNBC, and a bunch of others. And I think what I'm going to show you today is a good example of how we'd like to apply technology to real estate to make your life easier. Today, I'm going to tell you about the state of the foreclosure market. We're going to talk about searching for foreclosure homes, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to deal with foreclosure properties. So let me give you some background first on the bank situation. In the last foreclosure cycle, which was in the early 90s, the banks were in quite a different position because there weren't a lot of these exotic loans that allow people to get up to 100% loan to value and not put any cash into properties. So last time there was a foreclosure cycle, it was mostly because of the economy, people losing their jobs. And so when a bank foreclosed on a property, there was usually equity in the property, meaning that the bank could take the property. Let's say that it was worth $500,000, but $400,000 was owed on the property. The bank would take it and they would sell it on the courthouse steps for what was owed, $400,000. Well, they're trying to do that this time, but they're not able to, because now, oftentimes, if the property is worth $500,000, there's also $500,000 owed on the property. So when the bank takes it to the courthouse steps, nobody wants to buy it because nobody wants to pay full price for the property. So banks are in a very new and unfamiliar position where they're having to actually own real estate because they can't sell it at auction. And so banks are scrambling right now to create departments to do this. It's a very inefficient situation. Banks are not sure what to do, and it's just kind of a mess overall, which affects you because when you try to buy a foreclosure property, the bank usually is going to take forever to get back to you, and just generally you're going to feel like they're moving sluggishly, and that's just because they're so overwhelmed by all of this and they don't have processes in place to handle it. So, getting into a foreclosure type property can be lucrative, but it's also difficult. And I just want to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into when you start, because it's definitely not going to go as smoothly as it would buying a regular property. Now, having said that, what I'm going to focus on today is how to get kind of 80% of the benefit with 20% of the work. So I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks and techniques that are going to allow you to find some foreclosure, and even more specifically some pre-foreclosure properties. But I'm not going to get into the details of really acting like an investor, where you're actually looking at properties at auction and you're buying houses on the courthouse steps, that kind of thing. That's a little bit beyond the scope of this. Although if that's something that you want to do, what I would recommend is that you go to this website called Investors United. Investors United is a local real estate school. We're not affiliated with them, but I do like what they do. They're based in Baltimore, and they have some information on really being an investor. And one of the things that you might find interesting is this real estate FAQ. If you click on buying your home, then there is a section, for example, on foreclosures, and they'll tell you some information about how to really get more into foreclosures. But let's start at the kind of the basic level here, and let's talk about what can be done with sorry, that's my little alarm. What can be done with our site, which is the best home search ever. So if you go to www.thebesthomesearchever.com, it'll take you to this page, which the shortcut, by the way, is tbhse.com, the best home search ever. And you'll see here that as of 9:45 a.m. today, we are searching 187,000 homes, which is a crazy number. In the wintertime, this will go down to 50,000 homes. So this is almost 4 times the number of homes that are for sale in the wintertime. That kind of gives you an idea of how the market really swells. So there's a separate tutorial on how to use the site generally. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how to use the best home search ever, but if you do want to know how to use the site, you can click on this tutorial. For right now, we're going to focus specifically on searching for foreclosure and bank-owned properties using the best home search ever. So let's just say that you want to buy a house somewhere between 200,000 and let's say 600,000. You got a wide range. You want at least 2 bedrooms, and you're going to be looking in Fairfax, Virginia. Okay. Now you can see down here it tells you how many homes match your search criteria. So in Fairfax, Virginia, between $200,000 and $600,000 with 2 beds and 1 or more baths, there are 468 homes that match your search criteria. Okay, and let me just go ahead and take Fairfax out, and we'll see in all of Virginia between $200,000 and $600,000 there are 18,153 homes that match the search criteria with 2 beds and 1 or more baths. Okay, so let's say that out of these 18,000 homes, you'd like to find foreclosure properties. What you do is you click on the Property Details tab, and that's going to give you an option to search the listing notes. Here's how you search the listing notes. Let's say that we want to look for a foreclosure home. So we're going to type the word in foreclosure. Okay, and then when I go down, I'm going to see that out of those 18,000 homes, 105 of them match the search criteria, which is the more specific search criteria now with the word foreclosure in the listing notes. Now this ability to search the listing notes, as far as I know, this is the only site that lets you do it. Not even realtors can do this. This is basically searching the notes that are below the picture of the property. And let me show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and show the list of matching homes. And we'll just look at this one. Here's one, 599,000 in Woodbridge. I can mouse over the picture to see a photo of it. Here's one, it says foreclosure opportunity right on it. So let's go ahead and click show details. And it's going to open up for us here. And we can see that here is the word foreclosure in the comments. So the listing agent has said in the comments in the listing notes that it's a foreclosure. Foreclosure opportunity beautifully updated with granite countertops, etc. We can see that it's selling for $582,000. There's also a map here of this property and also similar properties in the area. Basically, these are other homes that have popped up as well on the search results that are showing here. And you can use these tools to zoom in. For example, the one in blue is the one that we're looking at, but for example, here's another one. These would all be foreclosure homes because anything that's showing in this map are going to be properties that are showing in this list. See this list of properties here? They're all going to show up on the map as well. So if you wanted to, you could just switch between them by clicking on this View This on TBHSE link that is right here, right there. But we're not going to do that right now. There's some more information about the property, the number of bedrooms, how long it's been active for 17 days, the original list price, which has not changed. Okay, there's also a direct link to the property which you can copy and paste. So if you wanted to send it to your significant other or a friend, you could do that. By the way, you can also email the entire search results to a friend using this link right here. So if you wanted someone to see this whole list. So let's click on another one. Here's another one. I'm just going to click on the little thumbnail of the photo, and it's going to expand. Okay, now we can see that this one says pre-foreclosure, make an offer. All right, so I think this is probably one of the best ways to search for a foreclosure property because it hasn't yet gone into foreclosure, so you're still negotiating with the actual owner of the property, which is significant because the owner is going to be very motivated to sell the property. And a bank, once it goes into foreclosure, the bank is going to be a little bit more, actually much more difficult to deal with. So if you can find pre-foreclosure properties, then I think you're in a better position to negotiate something quickly and easily and still get value there. Especially these days, since what's owed to the bank generally tends to be close to the value of the home, you're not really getting that much of a benefit by waiting until the bank takes it over. In most cases, that's not always true, but in most cases that's true. Okay, so There's a bit of information. If you want details on how to search the listing notes, just click on this little question mark right here and it'll tell you more about exactly how to search for multiple words and that sort of thing. But we hope that you enjoy using the site, and we hope you can find some good deals on here. And of course, we're happy to open the properties up and show them to you. And let me just give you my contact information. Again, my name is DROdio. You can reach me on this number. It goes directly to my cell phone. My email address is daniel@drodio.com. And we are licensed in DC, Virginia, and Maryland. And then we also have a referral network that's nationwide. So I hope we can help you out. And thanks for watching. Please tell all your friends about us. We get most of our business through referrals. Thank you.